Welcome back, Trash Pack. Today we're going to be playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're going to play the first game, which, what's it called?
Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Oh, the first one's just called Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney?
Yep.
I figured it'd have like a subtitle or something.
No, only the ones after the first one are.
Okay, well yeah, that's what we're going to play. We were going to play Soul Reaver 2, but I can't get it to work. So we're probably going to end up buying a physical copy of Soul Reaver 1 and Soul Reaver 2, and then we're just going to play them in the actual order instead. But for today, to make up for the fact that we can't record Soul Reaver 2, I remembered that I have Ace Attorney, but that I've never played it. I know the memes and stuff, like Objection or whatever, but I don't actually, I've never played it. That was such a boomer way to say that.
That was such a boomer way to say that. Anyway, I'm Raw.
Yeah, this is my boyfriend Raw. I'm Melody, obviously. So we're gonna go ahead and start a new game here. We're gonna play the first game.
Episode 1, the first turnabout. So, I'm assuming you're playing the females, I'm playing the males?
Yeah, we'll do it like that, although my girl voices aren't very good, but...
Yeah, I guess we'll just figure out who we want to play when they pop up.
Oh no! Oh, she dead.
Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this! I've got to find someone to pin this on! Someone like... him. I'll make it look like he did it!
Thanks for showing us the face of the killer right at the beginning.
Don't worry, this is just for the first case.
August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Boy, am I nervous.
Right.
Oh, hiya, Chief.
Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well.
Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case?
Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me.
I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. Wow, eloquently said. It's over! My life! Everything! It's all over!
Is that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna do it!
It sounds like he wants to die.
Oh, really? No shit. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I am so guilty! Tell them I'm guilty!
Wow, we've got the best client. This is gonna be such an easy case.
Yes.
Practically doing it for
Give me the
us.
death sentence! I ain't afraid to die! What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over! I'm finished! Finished! I can't live in a world without her! I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Nick, you gotta tell me! Who took my baby away?
Oh, where can my baby be? Mysterious murderer took her away from me.
The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. Born in Philadelphia. I don't know. I fucked that up so bad. My first case is a fairly simple one.
What's simple about this?
A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school.
Larry Butts.
Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts.
Oh, okay, so they're aware of the joke.
Like I said, everyone's name is a pun. In the 23 years I've known... I'm the 23 years!
I am the 23 years. What is this, a badly translated game?
In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do! I'll have you do this.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your next client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading.
Mom spaghetti!
That's exactly what I was about to joke!
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Well, that would be, Mr. Larry Butts.
The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you, and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Well, do you remember the victim's name?
I knew this one. Glad I... Oh, why am I reading your fucking lines?
You're good. Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... wait. Oh. No. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here!
Phoenix! Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name?
Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it anytime, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Yeah, you can
Cindy.
also go over to the profiles of characters you've met with R.
Cindy Stone. Cindy Stone Ocean, got it. So we want Cinder Block. Clearly, it is Cinder Block. It's the murder victim.
No. Clearly, the murder victim is Mia Fey. The person standing right next to you is a victim of murder. You know, I've never actually gotten those questions wrong on purpose to see what happens.
It's probably pretty funny.
The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? I mean, she was hit with a blunt object, but just in case this game wants to fuck with me. Oh, back. I need to look at the case report
The
itself.
autopsy report.
Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Okay.
Don't worry, you'll get very familiar with the autopsy
Alright,
report.
So she was hit. She was knocked the fuck out, Your Honor.
She was struck once by a blunt object, then thrown through a window and burnt.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found laying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court record.
Statue. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's very heavy. Thanks. I could have never figured any of this information out on my own. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Oof.
Chief? What do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Oh,
Yeah.
He fucking will. You bet your ass he will. He was shouting I'm guilty in the fucking courtroom 12 seconds ago.
Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet! Cleopatra and Mark Anthony!
Well, brains isn't your strong suit, is it, buddy?
Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped! She just wasn't taking my phone calls! Or seeing me! Ever!
That's being dumped, bro.
What's it to you, anyway?
Wow, gee, I wonder why this prosecutor in a murder case would like to know the history of your relationship to the murder victim. It's a fucking mystery.
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped.
I wonder what the court official language for being dumped actually is. Do you think they call it, like, terminating the relationship or something fucking lame like that?
Probably.
I bet they don't call it shit like being dumped, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's probably, like, a court official, like, language for shit like that.
Probably. In fact, she had completely abandoned you, and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
Wow, can we get an F in the chat for butts?
Yeah. Holy shit.
R.I.P., man.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Passport. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. So we're in July 30th. So this is probably August.
Yeah, technically this is like August 2nd, I believe, or August 3rd.
Yeah.
It said earlier, I just forgot.
But she died at the very end of July. That's
Yep.
kind of funny, though, because it's actually, like, early August right now.
Yeah.
So we're actually on the correct timeline, apparently.
we've reached the right timeline for this.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Oof.
Caddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was.
Why the fuck is he, like, slut-shaming this murder victim? This guy sucks.
Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I?
Stop him from answering? Probably. I don't know what I can eject based on, although that does feel kind of like a leading question.
That is a leading question, yes. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men.
Damn it. I was hoping he would do the thing. I wanted to get my first objection.
Not yet. That question is irrelevant to the case. Ugh.
Oh, I've taken physical damage in this battle of ideas.
Dude! Nick! What do you mean irrelevant? That cheating sheepdog! I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this!
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
Well, guess that didn't work out. I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy. This is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't.
Oh, shut the fuck up, please.
Uh-oh. He went... What do I do?
Well, last time I tried to stop him and it made it worse. But I feel like this could be a double negative trap, where last time you like, oh, well, I stopped him and it didn't work, so this time I should let him answer and that just makes it worse. Oh, fuck. What can I even stop him based on, though?
Decisions.
I don't have anything to stop him based on because the question's relevant. It establishes, like, his location. I'm gonna let him answer this one.
I know. I'll send him a signal.
That isn't what I wanted you to do, but... okay.
Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went.
Why? Order! Well, Mr. Butts?
Dude, chill.
Please don't call a judge dude.
She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. I apologize for the sound of rain, if it's catching up on the mic, but we'll see.
I will do magic and it will be gone, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, that's you.
Oh, right. Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Oof. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? Also, I don't think this is how witnesses work. You don't call a witness in the middle of a witness.
Yeah. And the man who found the victim's body. And just before making the gruesome discovery...
I assume this is the actual murderer.
He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
Well, I wonder if Frank saw it. Hey, look, it's our murderer.
What? No. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes.
Okay. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. So I assume I'm gonna have to catch this guy in a fucking lie or something, so...
Something like that.
Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. So I'm gonna have to try to pay attention to what he's saying.
The witness's account.
Okay.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
You couldn't go inside, but you were also inside using her phone? Alright. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone.
Okay.
I remember the time exactly. It was 1 o'clock p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the victim... Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Okay. That's gonna be relevant. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawat used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. And he said that he made the public phone call at 1?
Yes.
So that fits in the time frame of the blackout then, right?
Seems that way.
So far. Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, yes, Your Honor?
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor?
All right, Wright. All right, Wright. This is it, the real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Duh.
Lies? What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Professionally.
Okay.
Open the court record with tab, then point out the contradictions in the testimony. Okay.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment.
Interesting. So the time of death is 4 to 5 p.m., but he made the phone call at 1 p.m. 3 hours before she died.
There's something wrong there, isn't there?
That seems off, but let's keep going and see if there's anything else.
I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him.
Okay.
Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside.
Okay.
I thought to call the police immediately.
Okay.
However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 o'clock p.m.
So, then how do I do this?
You'd have to highlight the evidence that you wish to present and then press E.
Objection! I did the thing!
You found the body at 1 o'clock p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 o'clock p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m.
Bam,
There was
bitch.
no body to find at 1 o'clock p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Yeah, suck it, bitch.
Oh, that! Oh, This is trivial! The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's really a good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait! I remember now!
Oh, here we go. Would you care to give your testimony again?
Man, it is really coming down out there.
Time of discovery.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 o'clock p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
Oh wait, was I supposed to do it back there?
No, this is just the go forward part.
Okay,
You'll
so
get
I
cross-examination
Okay,
later.
well, the cross-examination is how could she be watching TV during a blackout?
Good question.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. I'm sorry, I haven't had my coffee yet. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one.
Hell yeah, I do. I already know the answer.
So,
Okay.
so a bit of a fun fact during cross-examinations. After you hit enter here, you can actually use left and right to advance forward and backward in the text here.
Okay.
There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
Do I want to do it here, or do I want to do it on this next statement?
Good question. I actually don't remember which one you're supposed to do it on.
Because if it was... I want to see the other one.
Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program.
Alright, here we go. Blackout report.
E.
Objection!
Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it.
Ah, bitch.
You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
Yeah.
Well...
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sawit, he looks like 3,000% done with this guy's shit. He's like, okay, I've had enough of this already. Court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. This dude's testimony would be worthless at this point in court.
Yeah.
Even if we couldn't establish that he was the murderer, we've basically made his witness testimony worthless. Because he's an unreliable as fuck witness.
Pretty much.
These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim.
Wait, how does he know that thing's a clock? I didn't know that thing was a clock. It just says it's a statue.
Well,
that's interesting.
That must have been what I saw.
So I'm guessing I have to bring up the statue? You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. It's like this guy's testimonies are getting easier and easier to spot.
Yeah, I guess so.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim.
I would assume I present the statue this time.
Seems like you're getting the hang of this. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence! Just who do you think you are?
What is this guy, like a conservative anti-vaxxer?
I guess.
You with your evidence!
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock! Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apology.
I see. Well, wait, hold on. He said he saw it, but that guy says it tells you the time out loud. Weird. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yes.
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand.
Hell yeah.
Yet, the witness testified that he never entered the apartment.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could have said that earlier when he said he tried to use the phone. I was like, how'd you do that from outside the apartment? But...
Yeah. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he...
went into the apartment.
You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder! Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her!
Oh, fuck yeah!
You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard!
Oh yeah, bitch! Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
What a fucking slam dunk case for his first ever case.
Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face!
Look at his face and tell me he's not a murderer. Look at that ugly ass face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw... Shop! I hate you!
Solid testimony.
It was him! I tell you, I saw him!
I like how we're doing, like, physical damage to these guys, like, verbally.
He killed her, and he should burn! Burn! Give him death!
Like, do we have vicious mockery or something? Does Phoenix Wright have vicious mockery?
Phoenix Wright is a bard, confirmed.
Order! Order in the court, I say!
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
That's not true at all. Mr. Wright?
Your Honor?
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply...
So, let me see what I've got. I'm trying to think. Because there's got to be a way to logic out what, you know what I mean? With everything we've heard.
So...
So what I'm thinking right now is that if the power went out, then the clock must have some kind of internal batteries, right? For it to still work.
Yes.
But then why was the time still off? Why did it say 1 p.m.?
That indeed is the question.
So maybe she recently changed the batteries and it reset?
There could be another explanation for why the time's off.
There's gotta be... something.
There is something in evidence that proves why the time was off.
Lost due to blunt force trauma. It's heavy. Why is it heavy?
Well, because it's a clock.
Well, yeah, it's a clock and a statue. The passport, the electricity... I'm so confused. I know there's something. Examine the clock's battery, try sounding the clock.
For now, you need to figure out what is causing... Like, what about this clock proves that he used it to kill the victim?
Okay. What if it's stuck at 1 p.m.? Because the time was wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if the time was wrong when he hit her, that means the clock, for whatever reason, is off on time. Which means it'll either still say 1, or it'll be 3 hours off of the current time.
Mm-hmm.
Which would prove that at the time of the murder, it would have said 1 p.m.
So, how do you prove this to the court?
I'm gonna say try sounding the clock. But I kind of think the batteries might have something to do with it, but we haven't said anything that relates to batteries yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try my luck on this, and we're just gonna see. This is the first time this game I've actually been kind of a little stumped. So we're gonna try this.
Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
Okay, yeah, I got it.
It's 11:25.
Yeah, it's 3 hours off. Which means at 4 p.m., the time of death, it would have said 1.
Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow, precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder?
Ooh, good
If
question.
you can't prove that, you don't have a case. That's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it! I was so close!
Come on, think. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens! You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime! I almost had him! Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Did I fail? Oh, here we go, okay. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Okay.
Chief!
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes, but that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Left, right, right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? It's got something to do with the passport. She went into Paris the day before the murder. Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. It's heavy. Okay. So, my thinking, and this is gonna be weird, is she went to Paris not on a trip or not to see like a sugar daddy or whatever. She went to Paris to get something illegally, is what I'm thinking. And she hid it in the clock. And that's, what you killed her over.
I feel like you're overthinking this a little bit.
No, that's what I think. Because I don't know what else there would be. What else would it... But I don't know why that would explain why the time is off. Oh, wait! Wait, hold on. The time is off because it's set to Paris time.
That would be a good explanation.
Because the different time zones. So she still has it set to the time in Paris, and if that's the case, it means that the clock must have been set before 7:30, which means that it would have been set 7:31 during the murder.
That might be a good reason.
Alright, I got it. Okay, I've got this. Okay, yeah.
Wait! Maybe I can prove it!
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it, let him have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course! There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. It's this one. Take that!
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 o'clock p.m. here, it's 1 o'clock a.m. the next day there.
Oh, yeah, bitch.
The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
Get wrecked, scrub. Oh my god, he fucking died of a seizure. We really fucking do have fucking vicious mockery, don't we? Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out different than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, shit. Let me channel my energies into a vocal performance. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. That's not even your fucking job.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts,
not guilty!
Yeah! There's fucking confetti, what the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah! We did it, boys! We solved a murder case.
It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned.
Wow, he did a very bad fucking stakeout job, didn't he?
Yeah.
Also, I like how he just has a fucking, thing sticking out of his forehead.
Yeah.
What the fuck even is that?
Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Okay, yeah, it's August 3rd.
August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2.
I still can't believe we won.
Right, good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
He fucking is really upset and wants to die.
My life is over! Larry! You're supposed to be happy! What's wrong now?
His fucking girlfriend died, or well, is that? What do you think?
Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Oh, shut up.
Good! Wait, no! I mean, bad! Bad, bad, bad! Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Now he's into her, isn't he? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Isn't his name Larry?
Yeah.
But they wanted to just make a Harry Butt joke, I assume. Hey, look, now
thanks.
Now
I really owe you one.
Now he's fucking into her, so he forgot about his dead ex already.
I won't forget this, ever! Let's celebrate! Dinner? Movie? My treat!
Bro, she's out of your league. Oh no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Bro, you're shooting for someone way out of your league.
Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present.
That's not yours to give. Also, that's court evidence. What? A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Oh, okay, so this is a copy of it. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick.
What a fucking dumbass.
And she was just playing me for a fool! Don't that make you just want to cry?
Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? The fucking statue she kept it.
Huh? Oh, yeah, right!
She kept the statue, so clearly she must have felt something for it.
What the heck is she talking about?
Take that!
Check this out, Larry! Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow, improvise, adapt, overcome.
Oh, God.
Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. The best kind of butts.
Yeah!
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah. Part at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Wink wink, nudge nudge, hint hint. Although that seems like an inappropriate work relationship, but you know.
And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends."
Yeah. Friends that can actually fucking be useful, I guess.
But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia.
Well, I mean, you were doing him a favor, so if you make him pay, it's not really a favor, is it?
I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident.
Oh yeah, that's gonna come full circle, huh?
And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep.
Oh, she's gonna get fucking murdered. She's gonna get murdered as fuck later.
And that's the end of the first case.
Alright, so we accomplished the first case. I feel like that's a good episode ending point, right?
I'd say so, yeah.
We got a brand new episode added. I like this so far. I kind of like these sort of mystery whodunit games. And then this one's kind of like funny at the same time. The characters are a little ridiculous, but that just kind of makes it better. I can see why people like these games. That was kind of fun.
I'd say so, yeah.
This has been Melody and
Raw.
And we'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to do the liking, the commenting, subscribing, especially the commenting. That's the part I want, because I just want to engage with people. And at least early on, I'm going to keep pushing that. But anyways, peace.